And we'll start by saying, we're going to start by saying that the Democrats are trying to rig this election because it's the only way they're going to win.
So glad you're with us. You actually know best. Colorado, your state, relied on mail-in voting long before this pandemic happened. What is your response to the president's claims that there will be massive fraud if states rely on mail-in voting?
Well, good morning, Stephanie, and thank you for covering this issue. My response is that he's completely wrong. All states can look towards Colorado's election model. We get it right, and we have safeguards built in. So, for example, we do signature verification. A signature goes on the back of every mail ballot. We also have placements, rules in place about ballot collection. And to share with you, even the right-leaning conservative group, the Heritage Foundation, found that the rate of fraud in mail ballots is 0.00006.
That we're entrusting with millions of ballots, unsolicited ballots, millions and millions, and then we're supposed to win these states. So who the hell is going to trust? You know, they say trust, but he's a pathetic human.
Do Kentucky voters have confidence in the system as the president is going on the attack?
I think so. I think most do. I think people on the very far left and the very far right are not necessarily persuaded yet, but these are people that have conspiracy theories about everything. They think the economy is rigged, the government's rigged, everything is rigged. I think people in the broad center of politics in Kentucky, people on the center left, center right, and the center, I think they're all pretty happy with what we did back in the primary and what we're continuing to do going forward for the general election.
Country, they're going to send out 80 million unsolicited. In other words, people that don't even know what a ballot is, all of a sudden, here comes a ballot. Now, we don't even know if the people are going to get it. That's my problem. Supposing they're not sending them to Republican neighborhoods, supposing they're not sending them to wherever, or supposing the people aren't giving them back, or they go out and they harvest them. Somebody could be either way, but the Democrats seem to do that. I mean, they played that game for a long time.
Yeah, I've prosecuted those cases.
Well, you might have to prosecute a lot more. The fact is they're playing very dirty. 80 million ballots. We never had any number like that anywhere close to that. And you're going to see a mess on election night that's going to be, it's going to be legendary. And all they have to do is say, go out and vote, or request a ballot. Get what's called a solicited ballot, or absentee. A lot of people use the word absentee. Get an absentee ballot where you request it, it comes to you, you vote, and you send it back. That's different. But they're just sending out all over. They're sending out 80 million ballots.
Well, they're generic, and a lot of people don't know what to do with them. A lot of people have moved. A lot of people have died. The registration rolls, a lot of them haven't been purged. It's a whole problem.
Oh, no. How about signatures? They don't even want to have signatures verified.
They're not confirming.
They don't want to have signatures verified. Where are they sending them? Who are they sending them to? Who's sending them back? Who's sending them back?
Well,
it's it's so unconstitutional. It's so dishonest.
Experts have found that while voter fraud is rare, it's most common with mail-in ballots. The president is also concerned about fraud, especially when there's no one to check voter ID. So how confident are you that Washington voters are who they say that they are, and that you're not allowing fraud?
As with any voting system, you have to build in the compensating controls to instill confidence. So if you're going to send everybody a ballot, you need a measure on the back end, like we have here in Washington, where we check every single signature of the voter registration record on file. We do that to make sure people don't vote more than once, because we have controls to make sure that we give them credit. And so it's really important to have that balance between access and security. And I can tell you in Washington State, we do not have higher fraud because we vote by mail